Edmonton Oilers' incredible comeback has put them on the verge of history. Shelina Gwaduri's early recollections include cuddling up in front of the family television to watch Edmonton Oilers games. She once went to a game with her older brother, Kareem, and remained to meet the team's captain at the time, renowned player Wayne Gretzky. "The Oilers were in my blood basically from the moment I was born," the 43-year-old Vancouver resident said to the BBC. 4 years ago, her brother passed away unexpectedly. She now wears his Oilers jersey to every game, including the Stanley Cup playoffs, where she witnessed her home club pull off an incredible comeback against the Florida Panthers. In the best-of-7 series, the Edmonton Oilers are one victory away from winning the biggest reward in the National Hockey League, NHL. They play their last game against Florida on Monday. In the event that the Oilers triumph, they would become the first NHL team from Canada to win the title since the Montreal Canadiens defeated the Los Angeles Kings in 1993. Additionally, it would mark the Oilers' first Stanley Cup victory since 1990. However, the club is about to experience something even more extraordinary. Not since 1945 has a team in the Stanley Cup final recovered from a 3-0 deficit to draw a series. They are the only club in NHL history to accomplish this, and the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1942 were the only other club to overcome such a deficit and win the cup. A victory, according to supporters like Ms. Gwaduri, would mark a noteworthy turning point in Edmonton's illustrious past. The team formerly hosted Gretzky, who many believe to be the greatest ice hockey player of all time. Because of his team's winning run in the 1980s, Edmonton was dubbed the City of Champions. A victory would also fill Canada with pride, as devoted supporters have been waiting impatiently for decades for the Stanley Cup to return to the country that gave rise to modern hockey. According to Ms. Gwaduri, even her husband, a devoted supporter of the Vancouver Canucks, the Oilers' rival team, is thrilled about the possibility of winning. "It's uniting us all in the wonder of, oh my God, is this really happening?" the speaker stated. The Edmonton Oilers, who were once regarded as the best club in the NHL, have had a protracted period of poor fortune. With aspirations of winning a 6th championship, the team made it to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2006, but they were crushed by the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 7. The era that ensued came to be recognized as the Decade of Darkness. However, Connor McDavid, a 19-year-old hockey sensation from the Toronto region, was signed by the Oilers in 2015. The Athletic Journal, The Athletic's Daniel Nugent-Bowman, who covers the team, remarked that the young talented player proved to be a generational talent. Mr. Nugent-Bowman told the BBC, "That term gets tossed around pretty loosely, but he is the definition of a generational player. McDavid is renowned for having amazing skating abilities, outpacing other players in both speed and precision. At 27 years old, without a Stanley Cup, he would be inducted into the Hall of Fame and go down as one of the greatest hockey players of all time if his career ended today," Mr. Nugent-Bowman stated. However, it would take the Oilers 9 years to return to the Cup after McDavid's signing. "This hasn't been an overnight journey," Mr. Nugent-Bowman stated. "The enthusiasm for Monday is only increased by the team's incredible turnaround and their tenacity against the Florida Panthers." "I love a good story," said Travis Sengaus, a supporter of the rival Calgary Flames who is nevertheless happy for Edmonton's accomplishments. Sengaus recounted other incredible comebacks in the annals of sports, such as the 2004 American League Championship Series victory by the Boston Red Sox over the New York Yankees, who became the first and remain the only club in Major League Baseball history to come back from a 3-0 series deficit. Or when the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by LeBron James, overcame a 3-0 series deficit to defeat the Golden State Warriors and win the National Basketball Association championship in 2016. Most people agree that it was one of the best basketball championships ever. He claimed that the Oilers are about to go on a fantastic tale of their own that will be very hard to resist. Of course, the Florida Panthers have a unique tale. The Miami-based team, a relatively new organization that was founded 31 years ago, the year a Canadian team last won the Stanley Cup, is desperate to win a title for the first time. Last year they were just short of the championship, falling to the Vegas Golden Knights in 4 of the 5 games. Although ice hockey is not a popular winter sport in Florida, interest in the sport has grown in the wake of the Tampa Bay Lightning's Stanley Cup victories in 2020 and 2021. Paul Maurice, the coach of the Panthers, stated he is not concerned about the past at all prior to Monday's game. "The concern of the previous 3 games certainly didn't affect Edmonton and it won't affect us," he stated. Chris Noblosh, the coach of the Oilers, stated he is simply enjoying the ride in the meantime. Not just because we're going to Game 7, but I think we were having a great time when we were down 3 games, he stated. Tens of thousands of ardent fans in Edmonton, the northernmost city in North America, with a population of little over 1 million, who are renowned for their unwavering resolve and bitterly cold winters, are avidly following the series. An Edmonton-based educator named Spencer Bennett said that, as part of their middle school graduation celebration, their school broadcast Game 6. It was incredible. He remarked, "We were all just yelling at the top of our lungs, high-fiving and cheering." During the game's livestream, he and the children performed "O Canada," saying it was like having 16,000 of my closest friends singing our national anthem together. Inside the arena, Mr. Nugent Bowman claimed that it was the loudest I have ever heard that building. He stated, "Hockey means everything to Edmonton, despite the fact that the younger generation is unlikely to remember Gretzky's heyday. People in Edmonton have been waiting a long time for another team like that of the 1980s, and there have just been so many bad years." For Ms. Gwaduri, victory means that Edmonton can once more live up to its moniker. This was and continues to be the city of champions, as the younger generation can now clearly see, she remarked. Along with her spouse, kids and other family members, she intends to watch the season's last game. Watching the team maybe win that cup will make it feel almost like we're back in the 1980s and 1990s with my family. For further updates, please like, share, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow our Facebook page.